What's going on, y'all? Just coming back with another Friday thought. And this week, something that's been on my mind is the concept I call retaining the lesson, right? And I think about it is we all go through life, right? And we all go through stuff. Things happen, the trials, the tribulations of life, and all that stuff, right? But it gets to a point where we go through, and we learn a lesson. We get the lesson, whether it's revealed to us, we learn whatever, how we get there, right? And so we get the lesson, but I think one thing is, we find ourselves back in these situations because we don't retain the lesson. We don't really grasp or take what we need from what we're supposed to learn and actually apply it to our lives, right? And so I go back to a concept that I know we all learned and we try to teach in schools, right? Which is this formula. We're pretty much remember in school where, they would teach you something. You would get the lesson, once they teach it to you, then you would get a whole bunch of work, homework, worksheets, little projects, all this stuff to do. And then at the end of the week, you would get a test, right? To apply or to show what you learned, right? So it's this process of very basic process. You learn something, you apply it, you have to use it, you have to figure it out, and then you get a test, right? And so I don't think life is much different. We get our lessons, and then I think one thing that we miss, the missing piece in all of this, is that we have to find ways to retain this lesson and figure it out and work it into our everyday lives. What did we get from this? How are we going to apply this lesson, what we learned, to our everyday lives? And I think that's what we have to remember here, So whenever you're going through something, yes, we're grateful we come out of stuff, we learn the lesson. But the next step is, how do I now take what I've learned and take this and bring this into my life, apply it, use it? Because the problem is, we're going to be tested. You're probably going to encounter a similar situation that happened before. And you want to be prepared for this test. Just like in school, remember that? Remember people didn't study and didn't do work, and then at the end of the day, you were cramming and you were stressing about a test, right? No, let's prepare. And so that's the middle piece, applying the lesson, retaining the lesson, bringing it into our everyday lives, working it in. That takes preparation, that takes planning, that takes goal setting, all of those things that we try to get to actually tangibly, physically bring it into our lives and use this information now so that when we are tested again, we're prepared. All right. So I want you to take that, I know it's Friday going into the week. I hope everyone has a wonderful weekend. I hope you guys, I know most of the air it's crazy out here in this country, in the US. We got snow on one end, we got dangerous fires and stuff on the other coast, so just prayers for everybody, y'all. Be careful out there, be safe. Be back next week, y'all. Gone. Peace.